Hello everyone and welcome to my Adobe Premiere Pro tutorial for beginners. My name is Magid and I'll be your guide today. We'll be creating a simple video project together, and along this journey I will teach you how to import and export media, trim video, add music, add text and graphics, add effects, add transitions, color grading, and finally audio enhancements. So let's dive right in. First off, let's open Adobe Premiere Pro. Now, once you open the application, you should see a screen like this. Let's click on New Project. Up here under project name, let's call this project New Project 1 or anything you would like. And let's not mess around with anything here, and let's just click Create. Now we're in the main Premiere Pro workspace. You'll notice that there's a bunch of panels here. Let's first of all go to Import. Under Import, find where your clips are, and if you don't have any stock footage, you can go down to the description below and click on the first link, and you can download that footage, and you'll be editing along the same footage as me. So I'll click on my footage and click Import. Once I've done that, all of my footage should come down here. This part is called the timeline. Let's start off by trimming. So up here are our visuals. The upper half of the timeline are our visuals or videos, and on the bottom half are our audios and music here. So let's first of all click on our other visual and go to the very end of it, and then once this red square bracket with an arrow appears, click and drag towards the direction you would like to trim. So let's trim this until it's only 30 seconds long. As you can see in the center of my screen, yep, now it's 30 seconds. So now we have just changed the size of this video to only 30 seconds long. And now let's click and drag our music down one audio track, and let's bring it all the way to the start so that it syncs with the visuals. And now let's also go to the very end of the audio, and once there's the red square bracket, let's click and drag, and here actually it can snap to the place at the end of the visuals. So now we've also just trimmed our audio to match the same duration as our visuals. Now, good job. Let's start adding text to our video. So under the right hand column, let's click on Essential Graphics up here. And here we can click on Edit and then New Layer, then click Text, and now your text layer should appear on screen. Now you have to come to the left hand side on this panel, and you can click and drag on these numbers to change the positioning. So now that actually just went off screen. So let's bring this more towards the center. And now let's double click and first editing project. Now let's play around with this positioning once more, make it more centered. There we go. And on the right hand side, you can play around with a lot of things, such as the font, the size, whether it's bold or not, its size here, its position here as well, its opacity, make it like slightly faded or solid. You also change its appearance, you can change the color of it. So everything like that. Now that we've added the text, there will be a new layer on top of our video. So down here was our video. These two are our videos. Now this is the text up here. Now you can do the same thing with the trimming, but you can also extend this. So let's highlight until the red box appears. We can click and drag to our desired duration on our timeline. So let's keep this text for all of the first clip. So now text will always be in the middle for the first video. Alright, now let's get into some transitions. Transitions can help smooth link different parts of your video together. So if we play this video, notice how it's a sharp change between audio clips. So we want to change that. So come under Effects on the right hand side where we clicked on Essential Graphics. And under here you go onto Video Transitions, because these are called video transitions. And here you can click really anything you want. So you can play around with any of these, find which one you like the most. Let's say you like Cross Dissolve. So you click on Cross Dissolve, click and drag onto your timeline where both of your clips meet, and release. So once you do that, you should see that it transitions now. So let me go ahead and play that for you. Notice how it transitions. You can also do this with any other type of transition. Let's get page peel. Show you guys what it looks like with that. So we can really work with anything. There are many different types of transitions, so feel free to explore them later. Now let's touch on color grading. So click on the clip that you would like to change the color of. Changing the color of your video can help change the mood of your video as well. So let's click on this one. So by clicking on this video clip, we'll be changing this video clip's, color. Now on the right hand side, let's click on Lutemri color. And here, because we have selected this clip, we are playing around with this clip's color. So here you can play around with anything. Feel free to try them out later. So this increases the warmness, this increases the tint, saturation pops out the colors a little bit more. Exposure plays around with the lighting of the footage, contrast as well. All of this, you can click auto on here and it will automatically pick what it thinks is the best. Also change the intensity of the automatic. So yeah. Great, now let's move on to audio. So go back to the effects panel on the right hand side. Under here, let's go to audio transitions. Now if we play our video from the start, you'll notice that the music instantly starts playing. And at the end, it just continues playing and then abruptly ends. So we want to change that. So to change that, let's firstly, where our blue line is, that's where we are in the timeline. So let's bring that to the very start. Drag that all the way over there. Let's now expand the timeline by clicking and dragging till it expands. Now here, what we want to do is add constant gain. So go under audio transitions, crossfade, constant gain, click and drag onto the timeline, onto the audio right here. Now here we can do the same thing with the trimming tool, except we can expand it. So you can click and drag and increase the duration that the constant gain happens over. So now it will sound something like this, where it over time, increases in volume. So it'll sound like this. Now we can also do the same thing at the very end. Now put your blue line all the way towards the end and now expand your timeline once again. Now hover over exponential fade, top right, click and drag onto your timeline, then do the same thing by expanding it once the red box appears and to its desired duration. And now the fade will sound something like this. But over time it fades out. Okay, now let's play around with some video effects. So today I'll only go over blur, but you can feel free to play around with anything else here. But for now, let's go into effects. Let's go under video effects, blur and sharpen, and let's click Gaussian blur. So click and drag this onto whichever video element you would like to drag it onto. So I'm gonna drag it onto this footage. So once you click and drag it onto this footage, on your top left hand side, you see it come up under effect controls, Gaussian blur. This will be the same thing if you added any other type of video effect. Here, any of these, same thing would happen. And now you can play around with the blurriness. If you see right here, if you increase, the blurriness will increase. So let's for right now put it on 10% blurriness. Perfect. Let's now watch our final video. I hope you have enjoyed learning the basics of Premiere Pro. There's so much more to explore, so keep practicing and experimenting. Thanks for watching, and happy editing.
The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight.
That's looking good. Let's finish up by exporting our project. So if you're happy with this, click Ctrl S on your keyboard, and now the project will save onto your hard disk. Now come top left under File and click Export, Export Media. Or if you're on Windows, you can do Ctrl M, or if you're on Mac, you can do Command M. Now here you should see the same screen as me. To export, you can do match source, the entire source, and you can just click export, bottom right. Once you do this, the video will come out of Adobe Premiere Pro, and it will tell you where it's saved. And thanks for watching. Remember, this tutorial is just a stepping stone into the world of Adobe Premiere Pro. There are many more effects, techniques, and functionalities to explore. The more you practice, the more comfortable you will get with the software, and the better your videos will become. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them down below in the comments, and I will make sure to get back to you. Thanks for watching.